Today on the channel, we rank AEW Jazzware's Unrivaled Series 10 from my least favorite to my favorite.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unrivaled Series 10 video, and today we're ranking the entire wave from my least favorite all the way up to my favorite. But remember, for all your AEW and WWE figure needs, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle to save yourself 10%. That's exactly where I got these from. As you guys know, Ringside gets their AEW figures first. Beat the streets, save some gas, order from Ringside. Make sure you use discount code Kyle to save 10%. So you guys have seen these videos before. We rank them from our least favorite all the way to our favorite. I'm going to ask you guys in the comments down below, do the same thing. Put them from your least favorite to your favorite. And while you're here, you might as well thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day and we're unboxing all things wrestling, as you guys know and are aware of here on the channel. So Unrivaled 10 as a whole was a set just kind of there for me. I didn't think it was going to be the next big thing in wrestling figure lines. I didn't think it was going to be the best AEW set, but I gotta say, every figure here, for the most part, blew away my expectations, and I was really surprised once I got these out of the box and started playing around with them, because I don't know if you guys are like me. We see Ringside, they come up with the glamour shots of these, the factory shots from Jazzwares, things like that. Then we get the art on-card images, and I always glance at those, I always look at them, I give them a good look over, but it's not real until they're here at the table, of course this table right here, and pulled out of the package. That's when it really becomes a real thing for me. So I was very excited to get these out of the package and see what all the fuss is about, as I might say. But I gotta say, a lot of these blew me away, and a lot of these honestly could help some of the prior figures we got that maybe left us wanting a little bit more. We'll talk about that as we go through this set. But without further ado, let's start ranking these 6 figures. Let's put them in order, like I said, from my least favorite to my favorite. So let's start it off at number 6. And number 6 is a guy I really have wanted an AEW figure from for a long time. Just not really what I want. I wanted a luminary. You probably know where this is going. We're going number 6. We're going to Taz. Nothing against manager and announcer Taz. I think it'd be better if I had a cap with him. I think that figure would look a little bit better. He's just kind of there. It's just not the Taz of old. Of course it's not. He doesn't wrestle anymore, but I would love a luminary Taz. Got to think that's coming down the line. But it's just kind of one of those figures that's there. But I do appreciate it. I do think it was warranted. I want to build the whole AEW roster, the whole AEW universe, and that includes managers, that includes announcers, and even ring announcers. So I'm okay with it, but when I compare it to all these guys right here, just leaving a little bit something to be desired compared to the competition, I guess we'll call that. So Taz, he's coming in hot at number 6. So now we go to number 5. Number 5 is an interesting one. One of my favorite earlier figures from a few sets ago in the unmatched variety, I believe it was. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Wardlow. Wardlow coming in at number 5. Not a ton of differences from his last figure, but there's not really a lot of change you can do besides the outfit. Obviously, this is a great Wardlow because it will build out the whole team. If it didn't have that, it would probably be farther down the list for me. I like the idea of building the team, but at the same time, there's not a lot of specialness to this figure. And maybe that's just me. You guys can sound off in the comments like usual about it. But Wardlow, just not enough bells and whistles here. Not enough to be different, and not enough different accessories or anything like that. It's just kind of here. But it will be great once we build out the whole Pinnacle team. So stay tuned for that on the channel eventually. So Wardlow coming in at number 5. Now we got to go to number 4. And I'm looking around, I'm going back and forth, and number 4 is an interesting one. And this one could be the most surprising of the set for me, as I really had low expectations for this, but I really did jump way up, jumped up enough to land at the number 4 spot. I'm talking about Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, as she says on TV all the time. And of course, she has the DMD hands here, which I like that change. We also got the change to the AEW Women's title belt. Much, much bigger. So big it does not even fit on her. It absolutely looks ridiculous to her and Rio and all the other women, for the most part, outside of Nyla Rose, I guess. It just looks a little bit strange, but I do like the new face scan, head scan on this. It is miles better than the last incarnation we got in the Unmatched series. But still, the body, everything else is the same body as Britt Baker, and this is a little bit too froggy. It's a little frog-leggy is what I always say. Just a little bit loose. This doesn't feel very good in hand, so this one was a little bit of a disappointment there, but I like what they're doing. Constant learning, constant improvement. That's what we always say here on the channel, and the Jazzwares team has made a lot of strides with Britt Baker. The head sculpt, night and day from the other one. Check out the review if you missed it. I compare those two. Just a lot better of a face scan on her this go around. Title belt, I'm not real sure about it. It seems awfully big. It seems too big. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but it is very big for her figure, so I will say that. So that's number 4. Now we got the final 3 here, and this is a bit of a tough one. 3 and 2 is probably the toughest one I've had to do so far, and I am going to go... Oh, it's tough, but I'm going to go number 3, Miro. Yes, Miro. Now, this is leaps and bounds. Much like Britt Baker, this is a total game changer here. This Miro is so much better of a figure than the prior incarnation, and I talked about in that last review. He comes with 2 heads. One's a little bit sleepy. If this was a little bit better head sculpt, he might have moved a little farther down the line here for me. But this one's the sleepy head sculpt, but still, you can pop off the old Miro head, put this new head on this body, and it really does help this figure a lot. Not totally accurate, of course, but it definitely helps this figure. But I love the addition of the TV title here. I love the addition of the colors, the red and gold kind of gladiator tights, I guess. I don't know, UFC style shorts going on. A good improvement, improved color and improved size on the tattoo, and the head sculpt is vastly improved on this Miro. So much like Britt Baker, we're taking leaps forward into the future here, and they're getting Miro figured out, it seems like. I'm not sure exactly when we'll get another Miro figure, but I would say we will eventually. I mean, it's a pretty easy guess, I would say. I'd bet the house on it. Go to your local racetrack, bet the house on it, the old gamblers. There you go. All right, now we're down to the final 2 here. Which way am I going here? I'm going number 2 for a guy that has a big match coming up very, very soon with his father-in-law, Ric Flair. We're going Andrade. Now, this is an interesting one. Part of it helps is it's some new blood in the line. I love getting some new blood, so that's nice there. Pinstripe suit, I don't know. It definitely looks different. Not necessarily for me. It's a little goofy, but it is a 2-in-1 figure. You get 2 head sculpts, which I do prefer. And this crazy gorilla luchador mask going on here, something out of a Mr. Bungle video. Just absolutely insane. And you guys know, though, I'm a sucker. At the end of the day, what do I like? I like face paint. I like masks. I like hairy bipedal creatures. And Andrade, they check some of these boxes here for me. So the mask is interesting. It's just enough difference to look dangerous. So it's jumping all the way up to number 2. It also helps that he is a first time in the line guy. So there's something special about that one. So he's at number 2, which leaves, who'da thunk it, Jake Hager at number 1. I did not have that on my card as far as Unrivaled Series 10. Like I said, a lot of these guys, I just kind of looked at them. Oh, yeah, okay, they look like this. We'll see what they look like at the table. I haven't had a Jazzwares figure blow me away like this Jake Hager figure. I don't think in the existence of the line. Unbelievable Jake Hager. Funny thing is, he's obviously, most people, they would say he's not your favorite wrestler in AEW. Maybe not even your top 10 favorite. It just depends where you sit. As you guys know, I sit right here. But this Jake Hager is next level. This is what I want the future of... This is what I want the future of the Jazzwares Unrivaled Unmatched lines to be. He feels great in hand. He feels sturdy. His joints feel sturdy. He is big. He is a big dude. He feels like a big dude. We get 2 head scans with him. 2 awesome head scans with him. The inmate outfit, it is what it is. I've liked this Hager so much. Hey, let's run this back as a regular Hager. I mean, it is night and day difference, the improvements over this Hager to this one. So much so you could replace the head. I showed that in the review of this one. Did some head swapping around. But it is just unbelievable how good this Jake Hager figure is. I gushed about it in the review, but man, it just feels different. It feels different in the Jazzwares line. And like I said, I hope we get more things like this, more figures that feel like this. They feel sturdy. They feel ready for action. They just feel like a phenomenal action figure. And it's night and day from the old Hager head sculpt to this. I mean, you wouldn't even guess it's the same person. That's how good of a job the Jazzwares team did on this Jake Hager. Very, very cool, and much like the Wardlow, we'll get the rest of those guys. We're going to build out that whole team. That'll be a really cool shelf, having those guys side by side eventually, hopefully before the end of the year. I think that might be in the cards for us, but absolute game changer on this Hagar. It just seems strange. It'd be interesting who agrees with me on this one, but once you get this one, you're going to say, wow, is this a big difference between him? That being said, Hagar not the most popular guy around, but going based off the figure and the improvements and the look and the feel, there's no doubt in my mind this is number 1 in Unrivaled Series 10. Well, that leaves me to ask you guys, what do you think? Can you put this set in order? Are you picking up this set? Are you passing on the set? All the usual questions, put them in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn the old notification bell on. We're unboxing everything AEW, WWE, and a whole lot more here on the channel. And I'd love to have you here for it, so make sure you subscribe. You can hit me up on Patreon, of course. Link in the description below. Patreon, you can get all these videos way earlier than traditional YouTube. You get bonus content, exclusive content. Don't forget the giveaways, and best of all, you get to support the channel in videos like these. And then social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for a surprising Unrivaled Series 10, I'm Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.